Welcome back to Kimchi Rednecks. Today we're here for an intervention about
his toxic relationship.
Our abusive relationship with Amazon Prime.
Actually, we're here to intervene on Chuck's toxic relationship because all of this is stuff that
Okay, this time around it's mine.
he ordered, not me.
Yep, yeah, this time it's me.
Yeah, you have to own this one. This was your orders, not mine.
Yep.
But we figured you might want to see what has caused Chuck to have such a toxic relationship with Amazon Prime. So we have this box cutter, and I'm going to give it to Chuck. So let's see what you got in the first box there, Chuck, and then this will give you guys a hint as to what's in the rest of our boxes.
So we were watching one of our favorite shows, and we were thinking, you know, that looks kind of cool and like something we could possibly actually do. And
it's legal.
And it's legal. And you know that conspiracy theory that your phones and Facebook and Amazon are always listening to you?
They are.
And all of a sudden, all this stuff started going on sale for me.
They're listening. They're absolutely listening. There was never a doubt about that one, was there, Chuck?
Not really, no. And I bought some plastic.
He bought plastic. And more stuff.
Yeah, we're keeping the recycling people in business here.
The recycling people are going to love us this week.
I
You got a big pot.
got a big pot.
What are you going to cook in the big pot, Chuck?
So this hefty SOB it's a 13-gallon still from, what is it, Vevor?
It's okay, May.
We're scaring May with all the noise.
I just thought I'd take your lid off for you.
So, now this is just the main brew pot.
All right, here, hold on. Hold on. Put it right here on top of this box here.
Let me get this other box out the way. But anyway, so this is a 3-part set. This is the main brew pot. Then you have I've heard it called a slobber box. I've heard it called a thump keg. Slobber box, I think, is kind of funny.
That's kind of funny. What's this one?
And that is the condenser coil.
So, does anybody know right off, after looking at this, what we're doing?
We're making essential oils.
Essential alcohols? Essential alcohols.
But,
moonshine.
Yeah.
It's a moonshine still.
Now,
no,
we would
it's not copper.
Actually, there is copper in that.
There's copper in the...
There's a copper coil in there, and there's a bit of copper pipe in here where it comes out, and the rest of it runs through these steel
back in there.
hoses.
All right, so that is obviously the main purchase.
Now, one thing we would like to announce, first up, in front, and most importantly...
This is less noisy, okay?
All right, now that we've terrified Mayhem with all the noises...
I'm not ready for this!
We would like to say up front, and most importantly, we did check, and it is legal in South Korea to make alcohol at home.
For your own use.
For as long as you meet 2 requirements. You're doing it for your own use, and you're not selling or distributing it. So, if you're making it for the home party, you're good to get toe up from the flow up.
All right, so let's move this out of May's way. What is this, Chuck? This is your wampum paddle?
That's my wampum stick. So that's a mash paddle. That's what we'll use to stir the mash while it's
and discipline
mashing.
Misbehaving people.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to get that out of May's way.
Now, similarly, to kind of go along with that, Melissa has ordered this, which is technically, I believe it's called a degassing stick, but you plug it into your drill and you can use it to blend,
similar thing.
to stir.
Stick that over here. All right, so what do we got in this box?
Pretty much everything else we have to go with this is me deciding if I was going to go,
He was going to go big.
Going to go all in.
Yeah.
So these are
might as well open
hydrometers.
them. I mean, this whole part of it is unboxing. You might as well open it.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what stuff is before I pull it out. There we go. So there's a measuring cylinder. Oh, and that one comes with its own too. So one of these is a proof hydrometer, and one of them is a sugar density or...
Check their bag. It probably tells you.
Specific gravity measure.
All right, so this one is the proof hydrometer.
So that one you use at the end to measure the proof of the alcohol. This one you can use during fermentation to check the specific density of your mash to see if it's ready to ferment, or not to ferment, to brew. Got some airlocks. Might have to drill holes for those.
We got some bags, silicone rubber sheets.
I ordered that in case I needed to make gaskets for those hoses on that.
Okay, well, we have those then.
High temperature silicon.
All right, so this is also not in a container, so we'll go ahead and go with that one. This is the pectic enzyme.
Not too much to talk about this one. This is for if we decide, one of the things we've decided to do is we're going to learn how to make just basic ass corn liquor, moonshine. Once we figured that out, we're going to start taking Korean ingredients and seeing if we can make alcohol out of them.
For example, Koreans have amazing plums and peaches and pears
strawberries,
and apples and strawberries.
The fruit around here is unbelievable.
Shit, he'd probably even do some carrot one, knowing him.
I would.
Yeah,
Ooh, I would.
He's got excited now.
Can I make carrot? Does carrot have any starch in it? I'm going to find out. But for the actual fruits, this helps break the fruit down so that you can ferment it. So.
All right, and you got that. That's already open.
It's already open? All right. Sort of. Partially. There we go. So once I ordered the still, Amazon's like, oh, you want some of this other stuff that we can recommend for an activity that's somewhat illegal in most of the United States? So this is a 3-pack of additives. So this one is a yeast nutrient to help your yeast live longer and make more alcohol. This one is the aforementioned distiller's yeast. And this, amylase enzyme, this is for if you're making something that you don't have malt or you have something that's too thick and you need some extra dissolving power. That's the amylase.
Okay.
I'm not an expert on any of this. I just watched all 11 seasons of Moonshiners.
And now we're watching Master Distiller.
And Master Distiller, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, don't forget, we've taken the master class too.
It's with our heroes, Mark Wayne Ramsey and Digger.
That's right. Digger Mains.
See, now those two, they remind me of people I knew when I grew up.
All right, so
Josh reminds me of people I went to high school with.
So the other thing to note is, so we don't know for certain that Chuck has anyone in his history who actually moonshine. We speculate that his Gramps did.
Or know someone
Or someone in the family, maybe in Gramps' line, might have. In my family, there were people who...
Back in the day.
Bootlegged and moonshine. So, this is a family tradition.
So.
We're just carrying on the family tradition. I feel like that's been said before.
He's like, it's part of our heritage. They say that every episode.
They say it all the time. It is technically part of my heritage, but that's not why we're doing it. Chuck just really wants to make moonshine.
Anyway, so part of one of those things that Amazon suggested is this starter kit. So this starter kit is if you don't know how to make corn whiskey, this is how you make corn whiskey. So it starts off with a bag of 2-row malt, barley, or two-row barley, and this is rye malt. Then we got a big ass bag of sugar and a big old bag of cracked corn.
Oh, don't forget your little packets.
Right. And then you got little packets to go with it. Little pack of amylase, little pack of yeast nutrient, little pack of yeast. Ooh. And some of that sanitizer, that no rinse. Actually, I think this is the same brand that I ordered.
There you go.
Hadn't arrived yet, but.
But you could use that if you need to.
I could use that.
We're still waiting on our sanitizer before we put our first match together.
We're going to make sure we clean everything first. And then the first run is going to be what they call a sugar shine. It's nothing but sugar, water, and yeast. Not necessarily has any strong taste, but hot, high-proof alcohol will clean anything.
In the intermission, I will also tell you that the entire family is now ready for our moonshining. We have our uniforms, including the girls. We all have our overalls. So
I don't think those are going to fit me.
No, these are not yours. These are the girls. Yours are in the other room, and we already tried them on. They do fit you. So we all have overalls. So we're prepared, and we're ready for this moonshining journey.
Right.
Right.
So some of the other stuff that we forgot to bring over earlier, I got filtering bags, or brew bags. And then I got some of these because they were on sale.
Again, toxic relationship with Amazon much.
Yeah. So these are, they're not turbo yeast, but they're super yeast. It's supposed to yield a 20% alcohol mash in 7 days. So I got 3 packs of it. See about getting tore up. This, I apparently ordered a big bag of malted barley at some point.
He doesn't even know what he ordered. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, I know I ordered it.
Okay, I was like, You was about to get tore up over here from the wife up.
So this one's supplies. There's a big old thermometer. I'll put it down in there in case I need one.
Cleaning.
Some more brushes. I got these in case I needed to clean up the coil. There's a lot of flex a little bit. I got some of these for opening buckets so they don't tear fingernails off. I have done that before. It's no fun. And we have buckets. So these say feed and seed on them, but they are listed as
BPA free.
Yeah, BPA free food grade plastic buckets. So these were a hell of a lot cheaper than actual fermenting buckets. Those were anywhere from $28 to $50 a bucket. These were like $18 for a 2-pack. Now,
so we got 2 of them.
These don't have any holes in them, so I might need to
Well, we discussed either doing the cheesecloth for the covers with those lightly on top or drilling some holes in them.
Yeah, we can.
Or both.
We might drill some holes and put those airlocks in them, or if nothing else.
Oh, and tell them what this lovely thing is.
Oh, yes. So, in the interest of being all technologically proficient and shit.
Because he is a tech nerd. Just ask his dad.
That, and because I don't want to blow myself up accidentally, instead of using the eye in there or the little portable butane stove that we got.
Which you would use way so much gas.
Yeah. We got one of these there magnetic induction eyes. So the pot will go on top of this. The pot supposedly works with these. We will find out.
We also did buy a plate to put on top of it, which will hopefully even everything out if we needed it.
Yeah, they sell things called induction plates, which is basically just a steel plate that you can put on top of this and then put a regular pot on top of it if it's not compatible with magnetic induction. But this does not have an open flame in case we are leaking alcohol vapor anywhere. And you can control the wattage on it on how hot it is. So we know from our extensive research that at one temperature the bad alcohol boils off, and then at another temperature the good alcohol boils off, and at a third temperature the water itself boils. So we ought to be able to figure out what level we need to get to cook off the stuff we want. Right.
We will not be alone in this journey, though they're not here today. Christy and Glenn, or at least Glenn, will be coming over to help Chuck
figure out how this works.
Yeah, so I may help him build the mash, because Glenn has some work stuff going on this week, so I might help you build the mash next weekend, and then let Glenn come over and run it the following weekend with you.
Yeah. So the sugar mash, since it's just pure sugar, there's no grain or starch or anything else for it to break down, should only take, I think they say like 3 or 4 days to finish, so probably like Wednesday or something we can make it, put it in the bucket, set it in the back room with some yeast in it, and Saturday or Sunday it ought to be ready to go. And I have done a little pre-looking. I can...
Pre-looking?
Pre-looking, yes. So G-Market, which is kind of Amazon in Korea. Fortunately, I don't have as bad a relationship with it because I don't use it very often.
No, I think I have more of a toxic relationship with it than you do.
Yeah. But,
and that's not that bad. We're not that toxic. We're just on again, off again.
Yes. But I have looked. We can find Korean dried corn.
There's also a store up in Seoul, right near Seoul, that we attempted to go to during their vacation.
The brewing gods decided that they did not want us.
It was so hot that day.
To get anything
oh my
from
gosh.
them.
It was such a terrible day that day. However, we do know there is Seoul Home Brew, which we will be able to go up to when they're open and visit and get maybe advice, get some product if we need product. So there is stuff that's available to us here. And
so unfortunately, although they do have a website where you can go and you can look and see what they have, if you have ever tried to do any sort of internet banking in Korea online, it is a
cluster.
Right pain in the ass.
He had a lot of fun with that.
So this is the thing. We're going to make a playlist for it. We're probably going to Can It Shine or
Will It Shine?
Korea Shine or something.
Shiny Shine.
Shiny Korea.
Shining in Korea. That might work.
Maybe.
We don't really know what that playlist will be called. However,
but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out and let you know because this video will obviously be in it. Because you know that our channel is clearly not random enough, you know, with the
we had to add some
tech
more
debacles, car stuff, cooking videos, travel, which we haven't seemed to do much of,
restaurant reviews, delivery reviews.
Yeah, and dogs.
And dogs. We clearly needed something else random to throw in here.
Also, Minion would like you to know that she would prefer if your relationship with Amazon is going to be toxic, it should benefit her. This is clearly not going to benefit her at all. At least my toxic relationship with Amazon benefits Minnie Moo and Sookie Dog and May May. It doesn't benefit your wallet, but it definitely benefits them. I mean, how flippin' cute are these? Come on, Chuck. You know they looked adorable, didn't they?
Yeah, they look
Yeah,
pretty
we've already tried them on. They look great.
But, so, this is going to be a thing. We're going to get Glenn over here. At some point, we'll get Joy back over here because she's interested in it. This is going to be a thing. We look forward to
wearing our overalls.
Yeah, to do
because this is a family tradition here. Look, I grew up wearing overalls. You wore overalls? Yeah.
I wore some on occasion. I've got a pair out at my parents' house.
I know when his mom called, she's like, "No, your overalls are here." I'm like, "It's okay. We got a pair." So, we look forward to enjoying our dogs in these really adorable overalls, and they look so damn cute. Yeah. And Minion is prissy in them, too, so it's awesome.
She is.
She is. Like, you've never... like
Little redneck princess.
Redneck princess is cute. So, we'll throw up a couple pictures of that. Got a picture of Chuck in his overalls. We'll throw that in there, too, just so y'all get a preview of what's to come. I mean, obviously, when you saw the new chibis that arrived, you had to know that we was getting some overalls in this game here, right?
Anyway, like, subscribe, do the internet stuff.
We'll see y'all around.